Hey guys, it's Nikki and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for new videos every week. Today I wanted to do like a back to school look since the schools are starting again or have just started. Yeah, so how about I show you some quick basic tutorial for back to school. Also, as you can see, I am playing around with different settings and backdrops and stuff. And I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it like this, so if my next video is going to look completely different, then don't be like confused, because I'm just trying different places to film to make the lighting better and to make the quality a bit better. So yeah, that was just a heads up. And let's get straight into the tutorial. So for a basic back to school look, I don't want to do foundation because I just feel like wearing foundation every day is not very healthy for your skin. And so I would recommend just covering up any like acne or discoloration or just anything you want to hide with a cover stick. And I'm using the Essence cover stick in the shade 03 Matte Honey. I'm not sure if they have these exact ones still, but they do have different cover sticks. And because my face is fairly like acne prone and has a lot of acne, I usually do just like cover up most of my cheeks with this, but I feel like this gives more coverage than a regular concealer, and that's why I use a cover stick instead of liquid concealer. And I kind of just use this like a stick foundation on bad days. But if you just have like a couple sits or just, you know, only a few imperfections, then using a cover stick can really help you with that. And I always just use my fingers to blend this in. There. Now I am going to use concealer actually, but I'm going to also use that to prime my eyeshadow. Because like using an eyeshadow primer is nice, but it's also an extra product and extra time. And usually in the morning you don't want to get up too early, so using one product for both is gonna do great. And today I'm gonna be using the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer in the shade 01. I'm just gonna use that a little bit under the eyes to cover any dark circles I might have, and also just to prime my eyelids. And I'm using like a tiny beauty blender to blend that in. There we go. Now we've got a little bit more concealer to like make me look more awake. And we've primed the eyes. And now I'm going to do my brows quickly first. And I recommend just using like a pencil instead of a gel, because it's less effort and takes less time. And today I'm using the Maybelline Master Shape Brow Pencil, though I also love the Essence one. So it doesn't really matter what brow pencil you use. And for this, I just don't want to be using like the Instagram brow type of brow. I just want to create a natural brow, just fill in some, you know, some sparse spots and stuff like that. I don't want to go all out over the top. I'm not going to line them with concealer to make them look sharp. I'm just going to be using this as like a basic, so they don't look really weird. And then if you find that your brows don't stay in place very well, then you can use a brow gel, like a mascara kind of thing, on top of it. And I find that my brows tend to get a bit droopy during the day. So I'm going to use my Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara and just, you know, kind of use that as like a spoolie, but then to keep them in place during the day as well. If you're a messy person, I recommend using a clear one instead of a tinted one, because it's easier to not mess up. Now I've got the eyebrows done, and now we can go on to the eyes. And I'm going to do just like a basic neutral look with a liquid liner. You can leave out the liner if you want. It's just that I used to wear liner a lot as a child in high school. And yeah, I'm just kind of like recreating that, but on a more experienced level. I would just wear like some brown toned eyeshadows on the lid and then a winged liner. So yeah, I'm basically gonna do that. And I'll be using my Makeup Academy Hall of Fame palette, which is one of my absolute favorite palettes. And I think it's great to use for this purpose. So first I'm gonna go in with the shade Bear, which is just a nice basic shade to go all over the lid with. And I'll just use one of their little eyeshadow brushes that came with it, because I find that they do work fine if you don't need any precise application. And now I want to go in with this shade, which is called Chino, I think. And I'm just gonna put this like in the crease and the outer area of my eye, just to give my eye a little bit of depth and definition, not to make like an over the top look. So I'm gonna start from like the outer part of my eye and just work my way up to the crease. Next, I'm gonna take this darker shade, which is called Tectonite, and I'm gonna use a very light hand to not make it too dark, and apply that also to like the outer V and the crease, but in a less amount, obviously, so it doesn't get super dark and dramatic. And then I just want to take like a big fluffy brush and just soften the edges a little bit. And then for on the lid, I want to be using this shimmery shade right here, and this is called Catacomb. And I'm going to be once again using one of these, because they really do pack on the shadows nicely, because they don't absorb any product into the brush. And I'm just going to apply that to the lid to keep it like. And then for under the eyes, we're going to use a mixture of the two shades we used to make it a bit dark but not too dark. And I'm just gonna use slightly smaller brush for that, so it doesn't look too heavy or too thick. And I'm just gonna place that along the lash line. There we go. Now we can go on to the liquid liner. And I'm gonna use one of my favorites. This is the Catrice liquid liner in 010, Dating Joe Black. But you can use any liner. I used to use pencil liners, like K-gel pencils, instead of liquid liners, because it's easier to use. So yeah, just do whatever you want. You can do just a line, a wing, no wing. I'm gonna do a small wing probably. And yeah, just feel free to do whatever you want. I just find that it gives a little bit nicer definition to your eyes and makes your lashes stand out a bit more. So I would wear eyeliner a lot in school. So once you've managed that, then we can do mascara, and I really recommend using a lash curler first, because it just makes such a difference in your eyes and makes your lashes look way longer and nicer. And for mascara, I'll be using the Essence Lash Princess Sculpted Volume Mascara, because I actually think this is competing for the False Lash Effect one. Could also be that my False Lash Effect one is a bit dried out, but this one is great. I'm loving this. There we go. Now the lashes are done, and we're almost done with the look. I want to use a little bit of highlighter to make my skin not look as flat. But I recommend using a liquid or a stick highlighter instead of a powder one, because that looks more natural and more, you know, like a dewy finish instead of like you're wearing a lot of makeup. So I'll be using this Hema highlighter pencil thing, and it's kind of liquid, and you twist the bottom and then highlighter comes out at the top, and I think it's really cool. And I just dot that along the cheeks a little bit, and then I blend it in with my beauty blender. And I find that this gives like a nice natural glow that's not too over the top. And I'm just going to apply like a little bit like down my nose. There we go. And the last thing we have is the lips. And I think that you can do whatever you want here. When I was in high school, I just used chapstick mostly. And I love Labello for that. But then I also would wear like, you know, bright red lipsticks and stuff like that. And nowadays I just wear whatever the hell I want. But for this look, I do want it to include a lipstick. But I'm going to use a nude. And this is the Catrice Velvet Matte Lip Cream in the shade 030. Hazel Rose Royce, and this is really hydrating, and it's nice like satiny matte, so it's not super drying. And I find that for my skin tone and for my lip color, this is a My Lips But Better shade. But I do have like a range of shades, so you're probably gonna find a nice nude somewhere. And I just really like this, so I'm gonna be using this one to finish off my look. So, there we have it. This is the finished look. I kind of just like the pigtails for like a back to school thing, I don't know why. But yeah, I find that this is really easy, and just, you know, dotting some spots with a cover stick, you don't even actually need the concealer. Especially if you have good quality eyeshadows or are only going to wear a liquid liner, then I find that using an eyeshadow primer is not necessary. I never wore eyeshadow primers or anything in high school because I just didn't know they existed. And my makeup held up quite well. So yeah, I just think that these are like kind of natural, everyday. I hope you liked it. If you liked the video and the makeup, then please like it and comment below what was your favorite part or what you would do differently. And yeah, please subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope to see you next week. Also, please let me know what you think of this setup, like the lighting and the backdrop and stuff like that, so I can improve that for the next video, because I'm still playing around with that. So yeah, I love you guys, have a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye!